Hello, this is number one in a series of videos called 12 Fatal Mistakes that Property Investors Commonly Make and How to Avoid Them. Mistake number one is not having a clear strategy. Life is better with a plan, they say. An Airbus flying from Heathrow to JFK is apparently off course for 97% of the flight. It's only by having a clearly defined destination that it's possible to make the constant small course corrections necessary to land on the right runway. If you don't create an investment plan and a clear destination, how can you hope to stay on course to financial independence? As a rule of thumb in property investing, choose your strategy first, then a property type to suit that strategy, then find your goldmine area in which you can build a reputation for straight dealing and become the go-to investor for those properties. It's vital for your success that you choose no more than two strategies, a primary and a complementary secondary strategy at most, and become more expert in these than anyone else in your goldmine area before moving on to more advanced strategies. You need to know instantly what properties are worth, whether they will let easily in your area, for how much, and the likely return for you or your investors at what purchase price. Very few investors can learn and really succeed in more than two strategies at a time. So don't fall into the trap of going after every shiny new penny and spreading yourself too thin. You should give your strategy at least 6 months, probably a year, before even thinking about a change. As my grandpa used to say, don't keep digging up the tree to see if the roots have grown. Your chosen strategy will depend on where you are on your property journey and what works in your chosen area. There's no point looking to flip properties for capital gain in Grimsby or focusing on below market value deals in Chelsea. Your choice of strategy will also depend on the size of your investment pot, your risk tolerance, your time frame, whether it's to generate income now versus increasing your pension pot long term, the time you have available, where you live, your personality, and not least what you enjoy. Generally, it's safest to start buying below market value single lets anywhere outside London and the southeast, brought on a 75% interest only buy-to-let mortgage with low redemption penalties, and then add value with a refurb, additional rooms or an extension, ideally within permitted development, and then remortgage within 6 months in 6 months to pull out as much of your capital as possible to keep this deposit working for you. Stick to a minimum return of 8% net and aim for 15%. Once you're established and you have good cash flow, you should aim to reduce leverage to around 60% loan to value, so you're more resilient to economic shocks. If you're time rich and cash poor, there are several strategies you can pursue, like lease options or rent to rent, but it's essential to get well-informed advice before launching a strategy, to check whether it aligns with your goals and your resources and your area. Choose your goldmine area and stick to it. It doesn't need to be on your doorstep, but you should be able to get to it quickly and visit at least weekly. You must be able to spot and snap up the bargain properties faster than your competition and have a reputation amongst local agents for being decisive and following through. That only comes from an intimate knowledge of a strategy, an area, and good relationships with local agents. Discuss your chosen strategy and area with trusted friends, partners, co-investors. Seek advice from someone who's actually been successful in your area and put all other strategies on the back burner. By all means, do your research and due diligence, and then JFDI, just do it. And don't look back for 6 months. My favourite mantra in property is get started now, get perfect later. All new business ventures demand a significant amount of time initially, so don't spread yourself too thin. Reportedly, it takes 10,000 hours over at least 7 years to become an expert in any field. So an alternative to DIY property investment is to partner with partners in property, and lever our expertise to reduce your risk and maximise your returns. Partners in Property's primary strategy is to partner with homeowners to refurbish and sell their homes and split the profit 50-50. This reduces risk and upfront cost and achieves a significantly higher return on investment. PIP can also provide high returning properties for investors to buy in their own name. We can refurbish and license your property, find a letting agency and the first tenant for you. If you'd like transcripts of these videos or more information on buy-to-let property investment generally, or to have a look at some of our recent investment opportunities, DM me at Roland Kane on LinkedIn or email roland@partners-in-property.com. Thanks for listening and good luck on your property journey.